Okay, Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out. Solomon Dacres is joining me. So how are you? Not long since you've been out. You're out again in Nottingham. How's things?
All good, man. You know, staying active, staying busy. You know, early on in my pro career, that's what's necessary. So just staying on it, man, training all the time.
Yeah, you've been getting sparring since you turned pro. You've got a good management team as well. How comfortable do you feel being as that? Yeah, your sign's already hurt, Matchroom Boxing, S-Jam as well. You're on the right path.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I've got the things in place behind the scenes to, you know, get what I need to do in terms of the outside the ring. I just got to make sure I focus on my own self, which is the training hard, fighting well, and living the life.
Have you been sparring them recently?
Yeah, I've been sparring Joe. You know, I spar Joe quite frequently. You know, over the last few years, a couple of amateur guys that I've got sparring back in Birmingham. Simon Abikwi, Dan James, a few guys down Acres Green, Chads and Josh Burton. And I went to Germany for a couple of weeks, sparred a couple of their pros, Granit Sharla and another one, Alex Muller von Berg, his name is. Sparred those a couple of weeks the other week. So yeah, I've had good regular sparring.
Do you have many distractions out in Germany? I know a lot of people will go out there and get tempted by the beer, the food, the hot dogs.
Nah, man. I just kept myself head down, you know, hotel, gym and back. Good food, but, you know, healthy food. And, you know, just I was there for training, you know. I weren't there down the beer keller and all that business.
What do you learn from these kind of spars? Because like I said at the start, you've got more than most people, specifically at this stage of your career before you're hitting, like, titles and stuff.
Yeah, you know, it's good sparring. It's stuff that the opponents I'm facing early on are not going to be as good as some of the top guys that I spar, like Joe, for instance, who's you know, further down his career. So that's crucial experience, because when I get in the ring, I might not get some of the technical experience against the guys early on. They might be tough, but technically not as good. So that's what I need. And going to Germany for a couple of weeks, you know, when I'm no coach, when I'm my own, 2 weeks sparring, you know, just gum shield, head guard, you know, strapped up and got to work, you know what I mean? And it's good for character building. Yeah.
That's what we Brummies do.
That's how we do, man. Just get on the road, take the gum shield, take the gloves, and we just go to war for a couple of weeks and whatever.
Gum shield and a heart.
That's it, man. That's all I needed.
How do you feel like coming out of Birmingham? You're represented in boxing as a whole. There's not many fighters over the years that have, obviously there's a lot of that have come from Birmingham, but obviously it's not the most represented. I'm sure you know where I'm coming from. Yeah,
it's something I'm still, you know, I'm hoping to build in my career. Like you say, we've had, you know, loads of fighters, but we've not really had that big traction, big, you know, draw. And I'm hoping that, you know, if I keep my head down and get to the levels I'm capable of getting, that we can get the city behind me. It's somewhat of an untapped market, I think, Birmingham boxing fans. And we need to, you know, start rallying it like other cities do, your Liverpools, your Manchesters, you know, London and stuff like that. And hopefully I can do that myself.
Yeah, with you and obviously Galau as well at Matchroom. Yeah, there can be some good shows in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got the calibre now. I think what we was lacking before was calibre. You know, we had Cal Yafai and all the Yafai brothers. You know, they're top levels. You know, guys. But I think we needed a bit more at the top level. You know, now we've got Galau, Olympic gold medal, and me with Matchroom. I think there's something to build there. You know, me and Forbron.
Are you Blues or Villa?
I'm neutral, man. I support England.
Good answer, actually. That's the way to divide the crowd. I shouldn't have even asked that. Nottingham, 24th. Just talk to us about that, your opponent, etc.
Yeah, I'm you know, gearing up for my first 10-rounder. You know, my 5th fight going into the 10-rounder. I'm ahead of schedule, you know, in terms of what I was looking at on my contract and stuff like that. I'm ahead of schedule going into 10 rounds. Opponent, he was decent a few years ago. I think he's knocking on a bit now, but I still got to get my job done regardless. You know, I think he hasn't been the most active in the last few years, but anyone can be dangerous, you know, and I've just got to take it as in the best opponent that I can face.
Okay, I want to go to the top of the division. Obviously, AJ Fury seems more likely now than it ever has, with 258 coming out and announcing that the terms are agreed on AJ's side. How likely is that fight now? Is it close?
I don't know, man. Who knows? Until I see that the fight's been announced, confirmed, I just don't know. You know what I mean? Things can be said behind the scenes. Until it's down on paper and there's an official announcement, that's when I'll believe it.
You're a heavyweight, so you understand the game. You've been in the ring and sparred guys. Sparred AJ. How do you see this fight going?
It's a tricky one. The style of the matchup, it depends how Joshua comes out. I think Fury's quite smart, with his mind games. He's quick to call him out after back of 2 losses to Usyk. I think he's thinking maybe Joshua's mentally a bit on the slide, and he can get on top of him with his mind games and stuff like that. But it's just going to come down to who turns up on the night. You'd think Fury would be the favourite, but you never know. Joshua might get his spark back a little bit and put it on him a bit more. It'd be a good fight, I think.
Definitely. Who would you call for the win at this stage?
You'd be edging towards Fury. How can you not? Your man's unbeaten, and Joshua's coming off 2 losses, being outboxed really by a smaller man, and Fury's a bigger man, and he's a great boxer technically. So you got to edge towards Fury just on paper and just by what's happened up to now. But you never know in the heavyweight division.
Okay, so Dacres, thanks for your time. Look forward to Nottingham. We'll catch up then. Best of luck. Thanks for that, bro. Thank you.